It is late and your body stopped hours ago. Your eyes are heavy and every part of you wants to be done. But your mind is running. Not about anything important, not solving anything, just circling. That conversation from this morning, the email you never sent, the decision you still have not made. You have been told this is anxiety, this is stress, a brain chemistry problem. It is none of those things. What is actually happening is something far more specific and far more fixable. Tonight, you find out what it is. In 1913, one of the most respected psychiatrists in the world stopped sleeping, not occasionally and not from stress. Every single night, his mind refused to stop. And instead of doing what every other doctor of his era would have done, he made a decision that changed how we understand the human mind. His name was Carl Jung. He did not medicate it, he did not suppress it. He sat with it every night and he listened to everything his mind was trying to show him. Jung was 38 years old and at the peak of his career, and every night something inside him circled, disturbing thoughts, vivid unresolved images, the feeling of being followed by something he could not even name. He opened a private journal and every night before sleep, he wrote down everything his mind was trying to show him, not for publication, not for his patients, for himself only. He called it his Red Book. He kept it for 16 years and published it 48 years after his death because the examination was never meant to be performed. It was meant to be honest. And through that nightly examination of everything his conscious mind had refused to acknowledge, the circling stopped, the racing stopped, and his mind finally rested. From those years, he developed one of the most important concepts in the history of psychology. He called it the shadow, not a metaphor, a specific mechanism. What you refuse to examine during the day does not disappear. It goes underground, it waits, and at night, when your defenses drop, it surfaces. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. The sleeping pill industry makes $28 billion per year in America, and it is treating the symptom. Nobody in that industry has a financial incentive to tell you that the cause is not chemical, the cause is unexamined. Jung understood this 100 years before the sleeping pill became America's most prescribed medication. He did not prescribe, he examined every night, honestly, privately, until nothing remained underground demanding to surface. Neuroscientists studying memory consolidation found something that explains exactly why Jung's practice worked. In the last 30 minutes before sleep, the brain enters its most receptive state. Whatever occupies your mind in that window gets processed most deeply and consolidated most permanently through the entire night. Which means, if unexamined things are circling in that final window, your brain spends 8 hours processing what you were trying to escape, and you wake up already carrying yesterday. The science explains what Jung discovered by living it. What enters the mind last stays longest, emptied deliberately before sleep takes over, and the brain finally does what it was actually designed to do. So tonight, you take the loudest unfinished thing out of your head and put it somewhere real. There is one thing circling more than the rest. You already know which. The conversation you haven't had, the thing you owe someone, the decision you keep deferring. Tonight, you do the smallest external version of it that exists. If it's a conversation, you write the actual message and leave it in drafts, finished, ready to send. If it's a decision, you write the single sentence that commits to it. If it's something you owe, you set it at the first alarm on your phone for tomorrow morning. Not solved, started in the real world, where your mind can see that it moved. Then tomorrow morning, before noon, you finish that one move, send the draft, make the call, the sentence you committed, to the thing the alarm names. This is the difference that actually quiets a mind. The shadow doesn't circle things you have handled. By tomorrow afternoon, the loudest one is genuinely done, and your brain has nothing left to keep you awake about it. Jung spent years facing what he had been avoiding, and what he found there was not what he feared. He found that the shadow was not the enemy, it was the most honest part of him, the part that held every real fear, every real desire, every truth that the performing self was too defended and too busy to acknowledge during the day. Which means what circles in your mind tonight is not your weakness, it is the most important voice you have, asking, finally in the only quiet moment you give it, to be heard, and the moment you are willing to listen, it rests. The mind that races at night is not broken, it is doing what it was designed to do, finishing what the day left open, saying what the day refused to say, holding what the day was too busy to hold. Give it what it needs before it has to take it. 3 honest answers tonight for yourself, nobody else. Next video, we talk about the real reason you cannot stick to the things that matter. Not motivation, not willpower, not habit formation, something far more specific that nobody in the self-improvement space has the honesty to name directly. Thank you for your time and welcome to my channel.